Okay, welcome back everyone, Zaf here. Let me show you real quick why Harper is literally the best breaker in this game. I have never seen a hunter break so fast. Watch this. So we're gonna dodge this guy's move, very easy. Use her Q, and then use her E. Watch this, spam, spam, spam. This is an almighty break. The break counter just disappeared. It just melted, and boom. In one full rotation of two basic skills, we just broke the target. Does that ever happen with any other hunter in this game? No. Let me tell you, it just doesn't happen. Harper is truly the best breaker in this game, and we tested her A0, her A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, those being her advancements. So I'm going to tell you what points are the best to summon for her. That way you know exactly when to stop to not waste your summons. You never want to waste your rate of draw tickets. They are just too rare to get, so let me cover that with you. I summoned her all the way to A5 on stream. It took us 380 summons. Not too bad if you ask me, so let's go over it. We have all the testing right here. As you can see, 380 summons to get all the way to A5. And then we have her guild boss damage, just her solo, and showing her break counter amounts. As you can see, she decimates the guild boss. This is her break counter solo. Yes, that's right, over half the break counter solo done by Harper. You'll never see another hunter do that. It is truly insane. But just before we start, I do want to remind you to please subscribe to the channel if you do want more content like this. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. It means so much, so please drop a like and do subscribe. That way I keep pushing out content like this. And also, speaking of content, do not forget to support us on Netmarble Supporter Program. We just got sent brand new codes, yes that's right, for 500 Redstone Stones and also 100,000 gold. Not too bad if you ask me. And don't worry, if you support, you can still get these 4 codes right here. So in total this season, we've gotten 5 codes. So make sure you support, otherwise you're missing out. The link is down below. Just support, don't think, and you will get your codes. And lastly, a shout out to David C from the first commenter on our last video. Here is your shout out and enjoy your juicy Discord roll. And don't miss that video, we have brand new codes in it for 20 summons total and also other goodies, so make sure you check it out, otherwise you're missing out. Now let me show you why Harper is such an overpowered unit, at least in the break department, but her damage is no slouch as well. As you can see from her skills, her basic attacks have weak break, her core attack has medium break and also a paralyze ability, basically interrupting the target for 3 seconds, very useful for a kit. She also has medium break, that being on her first basic skill, but don't forget about her next skill right here. This skill has almighty break. What? That is insane. This is the first almighty break out of nowhere on a basic skill, no requirements. You just have to hold down the skill. That's what the icon is about. As you can see, you use it, the break goes off slowly, and then boom, you almighty break the target. Insane. This truly puts Harper ahead of all the other breakers we have. Her QT as well has a medium break, look at it go, fantastic. Her support skill as well, medium break, and also a 3-second interruption. You saw it there. This will be perfect for BOT. Can't wait to use her. And her ultimate deals a decent amount of damage, but as you advance her up, she deals even more damage, so stay tuned. I'll show you off that in just a second. So jumping into advancements, her A0 is honestly fantastic right off the bat. She starts off with this amazing passive here, Super Magic Booster. It's activated at the start of battle, super simple. And also she gets the London Drift effect when she uses her skill Hammer Drift. This skill right here, so you're not confused, very simple. So if you look here, Super Magic Booster, when the user uses Hammer Drift, this skill here, it increases their crit rate and crit damage by 5%. This also stacks up to 4 times, so 20% total for each stat, meaning she can basically do crits up until 70%. That's pretty substantial. She's going to be a crit machine, literally, meaning we can build her as a DPS as well, which would work out based on her kit, but also London Drift. When you use Hammer Drift, gives her a 20% damage dealt bonus for 10 seconds, absolutely OP. But if we go back to our numbers here, let me show you. As you can see, her A0 boss damage was only 7.6 million. And also, if you're wondering, we got her to A5 using 380 rate of tickets. Pretty good if you ask me. Those were fantastic odds, but going back, the reason why her A0 amount was so low is because she gets knocked around fairly easy before her skill resolves, the hammer skill. She has no super armor, which is a problem, but her A1 does fix that. That's why there was such a big damage bonus. I want to show you. Look at her break. This is on the guild boss from our stream. Watch. She's doing this solo. She got the boss's break counter basically past halfway. When does that ever happen? It doesn't. It literally does not. I've never seen a hunter have so much break. Look at that break counter. I'm shocked. I'm actually speechless. I was so surprised on stream. I've never seen a hunter deal so much break. So that's why her base is already so good. This is her base break, basically over halfway on the guild boss by herself. So A0, A1, she's a fantastic breaker. A2, she gets a little bit more break. As you can see, we can compare it based on the two lines here, so basically lined up. Let me expand it just a little bit so you can see. It's only like a 5% bonus. That's because, although the A2 bonus, let me show you here, provides a 20% effectiveness increase to break, it doesn't translate to a flat 20% because when there is a weakness effect being applied, you're already dealing more break. So this 20% only becomes like, what, 6% for example, which isn't that much. So A0, A1, those are the best points because at A1, she gets a shield. She doesn't have super armor, but she gets a shield, which helps her not get knocked around. Trust me, it happens a lot. Her getting knocked around was a pain, but the shield fixed all of that. That's why we had such a substantial damage gain, going from 7.6 million all the way to 12.6 million. A 5 million damage bonus just from getting a shield and slightly more damage on her skill. So in my opinion, A1 is worth it, but A0 is literally the sweet spot. If you're able to handle it without the shield, it does work out fantastically. But if you need a shield, and most people will need it, this is already good enough. A1 is the point you should go for. You're also getting more damage off from the skill and potentially even more break based on the increased number of attacks it does. But the skill damage being buffed by 120% is ridiculous. It's already a strong skill, having a mighty break. This just makes it even better with the shield. So A1, that's the ideal, but if you do not want to invest in her, A0 is good enough, A1 being the advancement, so advancement 1, A0 being no advancements, just the raw hunter. That's enough if you ask me. You're only getting A1 if you want the shield to not be knocked around, and trust me, it's annoying without the shield, so free-to-play players, A0, go for it, but A1 if you want that slight edge. Now A2, like I said, not needed. You should not go for the A2 bonus. Seriously, does not amount to too much, and she already has so much break, so she really doesn't need that 20% bonus break effectiveness, no point at all. But the A3 bonus is quite strong. Hammer Drift gets a boost. The user instantly attacks enemies within a 5-meter range, not too bad, but London Drift is enhanced, and also her ultimate changes to Harper and Charlotte, basically a tag team ultimate, getting a 70% ultimate skill damage boost. Fantabulous. And don't forget, London Drift going from, what was it, 20% all the way to 60%, an increase in damage dealt. That's insane. And the duration went up by 5 seconds as well. So A3 is the Dolphin sweet spot for getting the most value in my opinion. As you can see to the guild boss at A3, she dealt 16.6 million damage, up from 12.6 million, which is around 30%. It's quite substantial. It's honestly worth it if you ask me as a Dolphin, but again, A1 is all you really need. A3, A4, A5 is just if you want to go hard on a unit, but we do have Charlotte coming out, so do summon responsibly. Charlotte is a massive damage dealer, scaling with defense. That is a true shock, so you might want to wait a week for that hunter to come out as well before you start summoning, but continuing on. Her A4 bonus is also very good. You can see her sister and her are basically tag teams because she provides a defense bonus and also HP increase to everyone on team. Charlotte, her sister, scales off defense, so A4 is perfect for boosting her damage if you're using them on the same team, which you should be. So A4 isn't too bad. As you can see, we got a subtle boost from A3 to A4, 16.6 to 18.3 million. Not too bad. Basically what we expected, of course. But A5 is where we got more damage coming in again. Her A5 bonus is honestly crazy because in this testing, we ran her with break using agreed set, But if we went with Curse, she would have probably dealt a ton, and I mean a ton of damage. Her Pork Chop is enhanced, a very funny effect, but you can see, increases ultimate skill damage taken from Dark Hunters by 1%, stacking up to 12 times, so 12% total, but with her A5 bonus, look, insane, increases by double to 2% and stacking up to 16 times for 30 seconds, 32% ultimate skill damage bonus, meaning Charlotte, who is an ultimate damage nuker, is gonna get a massive bonus from this, so you should really have Charlotte and Harper on one team, that way you get the most damage possible. And not only that, her Super Magic Booster becomes Twin Super Magic Booster, giving her an increased stacked effect to 6% to her crit rate and crit damage, stacking up to 7 times for a 42% critical rate and critical hit damage bonus, meaning at 50% crit, using a shadow like Icarus for example, she will have 100% crit. That never happens. So basically, my thoughts are, you can build her as a breaker or a breaker with DPS. You could basically go all curse on her. You wouldn't really need greed. Maybe the bonus damage you get from a full curse set will outweigh the bonuses she provides to the team based on the greed set effect bonus. We'll have to see. But my thoughts are, she can basically be our first real DPS breaker. And by DPS, I mean real DPS. Go is pretty good, but I do think Harper is a cut above the rest in that regard. So, hope you enjoy the video. Basically for free play, A1 or A0 is your sweet spot. Dolphins, A3 or even A1, that's your goal. And if you're a whale, you don't need any explanations, go for A5. That is all you need. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. As a reminder, please do subscribe. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. Do drop your like as well. As you can see, the number keeps going up, so please do subscribe. We want the 100k milestone badly, so please, it does mean a lot. And as a reminder, don't forget to support us. We have so many codes, that being on Netmarble Supporter Program, the link is down below. Support, don't think, and I'll send you codes. And on that note, this was your Code King Zaf signing out.